208. The Mashiu injustice, the wrongful execution of Yu Fei. After the Shaoxing Treaty, Wu Zhu sent a secret message to Qin Hui. You constantly beg us for peace, but as long as Yu Fei lives, we cannot trust you. Find a way to eliminate him. Receiving orders from his Jin overlords, Qin Hui began his treacherous scheme to frame and execute Yu Fei. Fabricating charges against Yu Fei. Qin Hui first orchestrated a slander campaign. He instructed his loyal follower, the imperial censor Wan Xiangxi, Ma Qixie, to submit an official accusation to the court. The charges against Yu Fei were entirely fabricated. He was accused of arrogance and insubordination. He was falsely blamed for abandoning his position during a Jin invasion. He was accused of deliberately refusing to defend Huaishi against the Jin. Once the first accusation was made, more of Qin Hui's allies followed, launching a wave of attacks against Yu Fei. Yu Fei, realizing that Qin Hui was targeting him, offered to resign from his position as Deputy Grand Chancellor of Military Affairs. Emperor Gaozong quickly accepted his resignation. But this was only the beginning. Qin Hui then colluded with General Zhang Jun, Yu Fei's former superior. Zhang Jun had long been jealous of Yu Fei's rising fame. Qin Hui exploited this resentment, convincing Zhang Jun to assist in framing Yu Fei. Two officers from Yu Fei's army, Wang Gui and Wang Jun, were bribed and coerced into falsely accusing Yu Fei's loyal subordinate, Zhang Xian, of plotting a military coup in Xianyang. They further claimed that Yu Fei's son, Yu Yun, had sent a letter to Zhang Xian, allegedly discussing plans to seize military power and overthrow the emperor. The imprisonment and torture of Yu Fei. With these baseless accusations, Qin Hui arrested Zhang Xian first, throwing him into Dali Temple prison. Under extreme torture, Zhang Xian refused to confess. Next, Qin Hui ordered the arrest of Yu Fei and his son, Yu Yun. When the imperial guards arrived, Yu Fei smiled calmly and told them, "There is heaven above and earth below. The truth will prove my innocence." When Yu Fei and Yu Yun arrived at Dali Temple prison, they saw Zhang Xian, his body covered in blood, beaten beyond recognition. Yu Fei, filled with grief and rage, swore not to submit to the false charges. The lead interrogator was Wan Xiangxi, who shouted at Yu Fei, "The imperial court has treated you well. Why did you commit treason?" Yu Fei replied, "I have never done anything against my country. You, as enforcers of the law, should not frame a loyal servant of the state." Qin Hui's allies all chimed in, insisting that Yu Fei had plotted rebellion. Realizing he was surrounded by traitors, Yu Fei sighed deeply and said, "I have fallen into the hands of scoundrels. No matter how loyal I am, I will not be heard." Serve with loyalty, Yu Fei's final defiance. Qin Hui then ordered another official, He Zhu, to interrogate Yu Fei. When He Zhu questioned him, Yu Fei refused to speak. Instead, he tore open his robe, revealing his back. There, burned deep into his skin, were 4 large characters. "Serve with loyalty, repay the nation." Seeing this, He Zhu was so moved that he refused to continue the interrogation. He reported back to Qin Hui, stating, "There is no evidence of rebellion." Fearing that He Zhu would sympathize with Yu Fei, Qin Hui removed him from the case and reinstated Wan Xiangxi, who continued to fabricate charges. They claimed that Yu Yun's letter to Zhang Xian had been burned, making it impossible to present physical evidence. Despite enduring brutal torture, neither Yu Fei, Yu Yun, nor Zhang Xian ever confessed. One day, Wan Xiangxi demanded a written confession from Yu Fei. Yu Fei, using his final act of defiance, wrote only 8 characters. "The sun and heaven shine bright, the truth is clear." Mashiu, the infamous verdict. After 2 months of imprisonment, Qin Hui still had no evidence against Yu Fei. Many officials in the court knew the accusations were false and submitted petitions to clear Yu Fei's name, only to be punished themselves. General Han Shizhong could no longer tolerate this injustice. He personally confronted Qin Hui, demanding, "Where is the evidence that Yu Fei plotted rebellion?" Qin Hui hesitated, then sneered, "It doesn't have to be proven. Maybe there was, maybe there wasn't, Ma Xiu, perhaps he did. Furious, Han Shizhong rebuked him. How can 3 words, perhaps he did, convince the world of such injustice? When Han Shizhong continued to protest, Qin Hui forced him to resign from his position. The treacherous decision. One day, after returning from court, Qin Hui sat in his garden, drinking with his wife Lady Wang. As he absent-mindedly scratched at the peel of an orange, Lady Wang, who was even more ruthless than Qin Hui, noticed his hesitation. Coldly, she sneered. "You are too indecisive. You must remember, tying up a tiger is easy, but releasing it is impossible." Hearing his wife's words, Qin Hui steeled his resolve. That same night, he secretly sent an execution order to the prison. On a cold January night in 1142, at just 39 years old, Yu Fei was murdered in his cell. His son, Yu Yun, and his loyal general, Zhang Xian, were executed alongside him. Aftermath: justice for Yu Fei. After Yu Fei's death, a prison guard named Wei Shun secretly buried his remains. It was not until after Emperor Gaozong's death that Yu Fei's name was cleared, and his remains were moved to Qixia Ridge, beside West Lake. To honor his legacy, a grand shrine, the Yu Fei Temple, was built. Today, inside the temple, a statue of Yu Fei in full armor stands, with an inscription above it, bearing his own words. "Return my rivers and mountains." In front of Yu Fei's tomb, 4 kneeling iron statues of Qin Hui, Lady Wang, Wan Xiangxi, and Zhang Jun remain, forever cursed in disgrace. To this day, visitors to Yu Fei's tomb spit on these statues, a symbol of eternal contempt for traitors and eternal respect for a true hero. 209. The Uprising of Zhongxiang and Yang Emo. While the Southern Song dynasty begged for peace with the Jin dynasty, it simultaneously increased its exploitation of the people through heavy taxation, plunging the common folk into unbearable hardship. In 1130, the Jin army occupied Tanzhou, modern Changsha, Hunan, looted the region, and then withdrew. However, instead of restoring order, a defeated Song general, Kong Yanzhou, led his ragtag soldiers into the area and further plundered and extorted the local population. The oppressed people could endure no more. Under the leadership of Zhongxiang, they rose in rebellion. Zhongxiang's call for equality. Zhongxiang was from Dingzhou, Wuling, modern Changde, Hunan. During the Jin invasion, he had organized local militias to resist, but with no support from the Song court, he returned home and began forming a peasant self-defense force. Using religious ideology, he preached to the peasants, declaring himself Tian Deshang, heavenly great saint, a savior of the oppressed. He proclaimed, "The current laws divide people into nobles and peasants, rich and poor. These are unjust laws. I bring a new order, where all people are equal." These words resonated deeply with the suffering peasants, who flocked to his cause, calling him Master Zhong. As more people joined the rebellion, Zhongxiang formally declared an uprising. He proclaimed himself king of Chu and established a peasant government. Within a month, the uprising had spread across 19 counties around Dongting Lake, seizing fortresses, burning government offices, and driving out landlords and corrupt officials. Song court's fear and the betrayal of Zhongxiang. The Southern Song court panicked and appointed Kong Yanzhou as commander of suppression, ordering him to crush the rebellion. Knowing he could not defeat Zhongxiang in open battle, Kong Yanzhou planted spies within the rebel army. In March 1130, Kong launched a surprise attack. His infiltrators betrayed the rebels from within, leading to a devastating defeat. Zhongxiang and his son Zhongxiang were captured and executed. Yang Emo continues the resistance. After Zhongxiang's death, the rebels chose Yang Emo as their new leader. Yang Mo's real name was Yang Tai, but because he was young, the locals affectionately called him Yang Emo, meaning the youngest. Under Yang Mo's leadership, the rebels built fortresses along Dongting Lake, established a navy with a vast fleet of ships, balanced military action with economic production, strengthening their hold. The Song courts failed suppression campaigns. The Southern Song sent General Cheng Changyu to crush the rebellion. Chang constructed giant paddle-wheel warships that could carry 1,000 soldiers each. He launched a naval assault on Yang Mo's forces. However, the waters of Dongting Lake were shallow, and Chang's massive ships ran aground. Seeing their chance, the rebels attacked, forcing the Song army to flee, capturing all of their warships. With their new naval supremacy, Yang Mo's army expanded rapidly, growing to 200,000 strong and seizing more territory. In April 1133, Yang Mo proclaimed himself Heavenly Saint King, restoring Zhongxiang's son, Zhongzi, as his heir to the throne. To win the people's support, Yang Mo abolished all taxes and forced labor, bringing prosperity to the region. The Song court's desperation. Seeing the rebellion grow uncontrollably, Emperor Gaozong appointed General Wang Xie to lead a 60,000-strong army against Yang Mo. Learning from previous failures, Wang Xie switched tactics. Instead of large ships, he used smaller, more maneuverable vessels. However, Yang Mo had adapted as well, deploying his high-speed paddle-wheel ships, which were several stories tall. These rebel warships were highly mobile, armed with large stone-dropping devices, equipped with sharp wooden spears, wooden crows, that pierced enemy ships. When Song forces tried to engage, they were overwhelmed, suffering heavy casualties. A legendary naval ambush. One day, the Song Navy spotted several large, unmanned ships drifting downstream. There were no flags, weapons, or soldiers on board. Wang Xie's forces assumed that these were abandoned rebel ships from a lost battle upstream. Eager for loot, the Song soldiers rushed to seize them. But as they towed the empty ships into open waters, suddenly, drums and war cries erupted from within. Rebels hidden inside the ships burst out and charged into battle. Paddle-wheel ships rammed and sank hundreds of Song vessels. Within hours, the Song Navy was annihilated. Over 10,000 soldiers were killed, and 2 Song generals drowned. The final stand, 1135. Despite 6 years of victories, Yang Mo's uprising faced mounting pressure. The Song court appointed Chancellor Zhang Jun to personally lead the final assault. Diverted General Yu Fei's forces from the Jin front to suppress the rebellion. Facing internal betrayal, Yang Mo's main stronghold fell. Captured alive, Yang Mo was executed, marking the end of the 6-year-long peasant rebellion. 210. Scholar Yu Yunwen repels the Jin army. After the Shaoxing Treaty, there was no major war between the Song and Jin dynasties for 20 years. Emperor Gaozong of Song, along with his pro-peace ministers, was content with this temporary stability. In Linen, modern Hangzhou, the court built luxurious palaces, indulging in decadent pleasures, and completely forgot about reclaiming lost territories. Meanwhile, the Jin dynasty suffered from internal power struggles. The ambitious Prince Wan Yanliang assassinated Emperor Shizong and declared himself emperor, later known as Hailing Wang. Determined to conquer the southern Song, Wan Yanliang moved the Jin capital from Shanjing to Yanjing, modern Beijing. Convinced himself that the gods had ordained him to destroy the Song after having a dream where the heavenly emperor commanded him to invade. Mobilized a massive invasion force, declaring, when General Wuzhu attacked the Song, he wasted time and failed. This time, I will conquer the south in just 1 month, at most, 100 days. The southern Song court ignores warnings. News of Wan Yanliang's war preparations reached Linen, but Emperor Gaozong refused to believe it. When some officials urged the court to prepare for war, Gaozong dismissed them as rumormongers. During this time, the Jin dynasty sent an envoy, Shi Yixing, to Linen. The minister Zhang Dao, hoping to gather intelligence, secretly questioned Shi Yixing about the Jin's intentions. However, under the watchful eyes of Jin officials, Shi could not speak openly. Instead, he gave a cryptic warning. Looking at the sky, he remarked, "The north wind blows fiercely today." He picked up a writing brush and muttered, "Bai Lai, Bai Lai." Bai sounds like Bai and Bai Lai, meaning all are coming. Zhang Dao immediately understood the Jin army was marching south. He rushed to inform Gaozong, but the emperor ignored him. The Jin army's invasion begins, 1161. In September 1161,完颜Liang launched his full-scale invasion, mobilizing 600,000 troops, divided into 32 armies. The main assault targeted the Huai River, where Song General Lu Qi was stationed. However, Lu Qi fell ill, leaving Vice General Wang Quan in charge. Unfortunately, Wang Quan was a coward. Hearing that the Jin army was approaching, he abandoned his post without even seeing the enemy, fleeing across the Yangtze River to Kaisha. When Emperor Gaozong learned of this defeat, he panicked. He dismissed Wang Quan, replacing him with General Li Xianzhong. He also sent Prime Minister Yi Yiwen to inspect the front lines. However, Yi Yiwen was also a coward. He feared going near the battlefield, so he sent a low-ranking scholar, Yu Yunwen, to deliver military rewards at Kaisha. A scholar takes command at Kaisha. When Yu Yunwen arrived at Kaisha, he discovered Wang Quan had fled. Li Xianzhong had not yet arrived. The Jin army was preparing to cross the river. The Song army was leaderless, demoralized, and in complete disarray. Walking through the camp, he saw scattered soldiers sitting idly, their armor and saddles tossed aside. Yu Yunwen asked, "The Jin army is about to cross. Why are you sitting here doing nothing?" The soldiers scowled at the sight of a mere civilian official, replying, "The generals have all run away. What's the point of fighting?" Seeing the troops' low morale, Yu Yunwen made a bold decision. Since no generals remained, he would take command himself. He gathered the soldiers and declared, "I am here on behalf of the emperor. If you fight bravely, I will personally report your valor to the court, ensuring you are rewarded." The troops, seeing someone finally taking responsibility, cheered. "We have suffered enough under the Jin. If you lead us, we will fight to the death." One of Yu Yunwen's aides whispered, "You were sent to deliver rewards, not command a battle. Why risk your life?" Yu Yunwen angrily retorted, "The country is in danger. How can I think about my own safety?" Though he was only a scholar, his patriotic duty gave him courage. The Battle of Kaisha, 1161. Yu Yunwen quickly organized the defenses. He lined up the infantry and cavalry, restoring discipline. He divided the Song warships into 5 groups. 1 fleet in the center of the river. 2 fleets positioned on the eastern and western shores. 2 hidden reserve fleets in concealed bays. Jin forces begin their attack. Hundreds of Jin warships, each packed with troops, sailed southward.完颜Liang personally directed the attack, waving a red flag. Jin soldiers began landing on the southern shore. Yu Yunwen immediately ordered General Shi Jun to lead the first counterattack. Shi Jun, dual swords in hand, charged into the Jin forces, rallying the Song army. The Jin troops, having faced no resistance before, were shocked by the fierce counterattack. Their formation collapsed. Meanwhile, Song warships maneuvered into the Jin fleet, ramming enemy ships apart. By sunset, the river battle was still raging. At that moment, a reinforcement force arrived, Song soldiers who had escaped from Guangzhou. Yu Yunwen devised a brilliant deception. He gave them flags and war drums, instructing them to march behind the Jin lines, creating the illusion of a massive Song reinforcement army. Hearing the war drums and seeing banners emerge from the hills, the Jin forces panicked and fled. The final blow. Knowing that完颜Liang would not give up, Yu Yunwen set a trap. He positioned warships upstream and near the crossing point. The next morning, when the Jin forces attempted another crossing, the Song navies surrounded them from both sides. Hundreds of Jin ships were set ablaze and destroyed. Defeated,完颜Liang slaughtered his own soldiers in rage before retreating to Yangzhou.完颜Liang's assassination. Despite his losses,完颜Liang still planned to cross at Yangzhou. Yu Yunwen hurried to Zhenjiang, where General Lu Qi lay ill. Lu Qi grasped Yu Yunwen's hand, saying, "The Song has raised an army for 30 years, yet we have done nothing. Now, a scholar has saved the nation, how ashamed we generals must be." Yu Yunwen organized warship drills, intimidating the Jin forces at Zhenjiang. The defeats, coupled with完颜Liang's brutality, led to a mutiny. One night, before he could launch another attack, his own generals stormed his camp and assassinated him. With his death, the Jin army retreated north, ending the invasion. The aftermath. After Kaisher, the new Jin Emperor Wanyan Yong, Emperor Shizong, sought peace. The war temporarily ended, and Yu Yunwen became a national hero, the scholar who had saved the Southern Song.